I'm from Cleveland.com. I'm here with Brandyn Armstrong, creator of the Studio Stick.
Yeah.
What's happening, bro?
What's up, bro? What's going on with you?
So what is the Studio Stick?
It's a portable recording studio for smartphones, so it let artists record high quality songs anywhere on the go. It's a small box that open up to your height, and once it's open, it'll reveal a reflective filter, microphone, and a pop filter. And with our app, you can record on the go.
Dope. So what gave you the idea to do this in the first place?
Because I had wanted to go to the studio one day. I was broke. My car was down. And I'm like, shit, I got to get to a studio. And I ain't had no access. So I'm like, man, I wish I had a studio that I could take with me anywhere on the go. So that's when I came up with it.
And so what were the next steps? When you had the idea, what'd you have to do to make it a reality?
I had to get my patent process started. I had to find an engineer. I had to get the money to put behind it. So I had to do all of that in order to bring it alive.
Did you know how to set up a business when you first set out to do this?
I mean, I didn't know how to set up a business like that. Like, I started the process before, but I never really, pursued nothing else that I had started. So it was my first time really diving deep into business like this.
And were there people along the way who kind of told you yo, look out for this, you have to have this in place? Did you have mentors along the way?
I mean, yeah, everybody always tell me you gotta watch out for them people because it's a dirty game out here. So, I hear that all the time. So I always took that into consideration from when I first started.
So, what goes into it now? So you had a good response after you made this and brought it to market, right?
Right. Yeah, so now we just working to get them into production so we could get all of our audiences the product that they've been begging for. Because we feel like this product gonna really change the music game, because now you don't gotta spend all your money going to a expensive recording studio, because you could take the studio with you for an inexpensive price.
And so, this had a lot of attention too. Tell us about some of the press that, this got.
Yeah, man, we've been all in the news. Hey, let me drink this water.
No, you're good, man. I mean, shout out to you. I saw that you guys had, some attention from Steve Harvey. Yeah. A couple different organizations endorsing you.
So yeah, I had went on his show. He had a show for people with different products to come on and compete with each other. So I went on there, competed with another entrepreneur, and won $50,000 on there.
Dope. What was the other guy? What were they doing?
He had it was like a Uber for pickup trucks.
Okay. Yeah, that's real specific.
Yeah. So
but you won.
Yeah.
And you won $50,000?
Yeah.
So how does that work? Did they give you the whole thing or did they tax a little bit?
I mean, yeah, they gonna tax on everything.
They got to.
You can't get around that. But besides that, I mean,
so it just goes into the product or manufacturing?
It goes into the company.
Dope.
Yeah, it goes behind the product, the manufacturing, the marketing, and everything.
That's dope. That's something to take pride in, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And now, this is what. So your next goals. You said you want to revolutionize the music industry.
Yeah.
How do you plan about going out to do that?
Yeah. So we plan to revolutionize it because we're gonna change the way that the average musician record. It's a lot of people who don't even go to studios because they too shy and they don't have a voice in front of a lot of people. Now we could give them access to record music anywhere directly on their phone. So now they don't got to worry about these people listening to them. Now you got the rappers on the streets. They ain't got to worry about having to find transportation to get to a studio. This product is gonna let more voices be heard.
So if I'm an artist, let's say my rapper name is Lil Funk or some shit like that,
Yeah.
And I don't have anything, I don't have access to a studio, but I got enough for a studio stick. How much does the studio stick cost, first of all?
$299.
$299. So I got that much.
Yeah.
What else do I need? Do I just get that and I need my cell phone?
Yeah. So you get the product, put your phone on it, then you got a portable studio right there on the go.
Boom. And so you set up, and you guys said you have an app. What does the app do?
So the app, it allows you to record, mix your songs, add effects, and do everything you could do on a Pro Tools and stuff like that right there on the app.
Wow. And so how did you find the engineers to help you out with this? And where'd you get the money to do that originally?
So I had went to Cleveland State. They was having a competition for business ideas. So I had submitted my idea and won $1,500 there.
Wow.
And I met an engineer there too who liked my product. So I worked the idea with him from the create the design and get the prototype built for us.
It's crazy. People are just giving out money if you have a good idea, man. If you can prove it, prove the value in it, huh?
Yeah. You just got to have a plan and keep going, even when people don't believe in you.
So what's the day-to-day now? The product's out. What goes into it now? How do you continue to market it from here on out?
Now, so we about to start our pre-order campaign in a couple of weeks. So we're going to be doing a lot of online marketing and getting a lot of pre-orders ready. And then after that, once we hit the market, then we're just going to go straight. Like, we're going to go all the way in.
Are you nervous about, the hype of the release and all that?
No, I mean, like, starting off in business, I was a little nervous about things. But as you continue to grow, you start getting more comfortable, especially if you got faith that no matter what happens, you're going to make it.
Mm. Who are some of your inspirations that are kind of like keeping you going or teaching you things about this?
Shit. My inspirations?
Mm-hmm.
My inspirations is the people, like, that I see coming from the hood and making it out.
Yeah, and really making something out of nothing.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're one of those people who kind of just, made the best out of what you were given?
Yeah, I mean, shit, I feel like I had to.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I didn't want nobody gonna do it for me. So, like, I feel like it's always gonna be somebody doing worse than you. Like, my situation wasn't that bad. I mean, I'm from the hood and everything, but shit, I mean, I done seen niggas, like, with crazy situations, but shit, I just had to make what I had turn into something for real. That's what you got to do.
It's a good point, though, you bring up, because there's people who really don't see it out, and what you had was an idea that you just kind of put into action. A lot of people, they might have ideas, but they're sitting on the couch all day.
Yeah.
What do you think the difference is? Like, what made you set things in motion?
I mean, I don't know. I was just looking at people getting all this money off of doing stuff like this. And I'm like, if they doing it, then I could do it too. So I had thought of an idea, and I was like, I'm going to try to run with it and see where it take me. And it just all just came together for real.
And so you were an artist yourself before you started getting into this, right?
Yeah.
Did you kind of put music on the wayside since then?
Yeah, so my main focus been getting this product out so I could take care of all y'all artists out there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go on studiostick.com so y'all could fill out be on my subscriber list so I could let y'all know the updates and everything.
So I'll do that. I'll check that out. So wait. So, once Studio Stick gets some momentum and the funds come in, are you going to return back to music and try to use that for fun?
Oh, yeah. I might be doing a little music collaboration with the Studio Stick coming soon. I might shock the world with something. You never know.
Yeah. So I saw some, reviews, or I guess you could say like quotes from, people who were just raving about the Studio Stick. How'd you get those? How'd you come into contact with those people? Name a couple of them that are on the site.
People on my website.
Yeah.
ASAP.
Yeah. I think was 50 Cent on there too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people shouted out, your product.
Yes. I had met 50. He was when he was doing remember he brought his liquor down here effing, and he was at all the liquor stores signing the bottles. That's where I had met 50 at.
So you just found him and you were like, hey, check this out.
Man, I was grinding so hard back then. Like, shit, if I knew where a star was at, I was there. I ain't give a fuck who it was.
Yeah.
I was on when Nicolas Cage was in the hood on 80 like 84th and Superior or some shit. I had I'm like, damn, they shooting the movie in this bitch.
Yeah.
I had pulled over. I'm like, I was with my girl and shit. I'm like, there go Nicolas Cage right there. I even pulled him to the side.
Like, yo, man, I got the Declaration of Independence in my car, bro.
I gave that nigga I gave him my business card and shit. Told him to hit me up about the studio stick.
So that's what it takes.
He ain't never called me, but it was raw.
Well, if he ever wants to make a mixtape, at least he's equipped now. He knows where he could go.
Yeah.
So wait, if you so this is what it takes, huh? So you gotta like just make the opportunity. So you're not sitting around all day waiting for people to call you. You're going out and you're getting it.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Because if you sit around all day waiting on somebody, man, a lot of people, they just gonna talk you to death. So you just really got to go out there, and even if you is waiting on somebody, keep going. Don't just stop because somebody say they gonna do this or that for you. You just got to keep going and knocking. And if they do something for you, then that's good. But you can't never stop what you're doing waiting on somebody else.
What are the biggest challenges now?
The biggest challenges now as far as what?
So, you have this product that you're anticipating, changing the music industry. What are the biggest challenges right now that you're dealing with and thinking about how you have to overcome?
I mean, for real, I haven't been really having that many challenges for real because I just been like, I feel like every time I do fail at something, I don't look at it as failure. I look at it as just another part of success because you're going to learn from that failure. So it's like, shit, every time I fail, I just get up and just start going again for real.
Yeah, I'm seeing that trend in a lot of people who just are rising in success. We had an interview with Cleveland artist Ezzy, and he said something similar.
I met Ezzy too.
Did you?
Yeah, I met him at it was downtown. I forgot what that it was like a club day thing where they was giving away food, hashtag
lunch bag.
Hashtag lunch bag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had went down there one Sunday and he was down there. I met him and his mom.
Dope.
And yeah, it was real cool.
Did you promote the studio stick?
Yeah.
You had to.
Yeah, they cool people. Like I fuck with them.
Yeah. So are a lot of Cleveland artists showing love to the product or not yet?
Yeah. So everybody, it's a lot of everybody trying to get one of these.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we trying to hurry up and get them out so these Cleveland artists can get these studio sticks. So not even just Cleveland, but so everybody could get one. But yeah, it's been a lot of people fucking with me.
So, you have this business, but, the product and the app itself, there's a whole part of it where maybe you had to learn coding and stuff like that. Are you starting to dive into that world, or do you kind of leave it to the team that's, handling that?
Yeah, I leave that to the team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sometimes I try to get I really can't get into all that right now because I got so much on the business aspect that I got to take care of. But, yeah, like I just let the team do that or find a third party to do that for me.
Have you ever thought about, the future and like what you want it to turn into? Are there features that you think you would want to roll out later on?
Yeah, I mean, I be thinking of some crazy shit. Like every time I think of something, like I put it in my phone. Like every time I think of an idea. But it's a lot of shit I just can't tell y'all though right now.
Undercover.
Yeah, I'll tell y'all later though.
See, I saw it. It's crazy what technology is making possible, for music and artists and everybody in general. Like, there's this new product that you can like attach to the fender of your guitar, and it'll play like you hook it up to an amp and it'll like play music while you play, but it plays it according to like what you're playing. Right. So you can have like a drum loop in the background and stuff like that.
Oh no, I ain't see that before.
Yeah, I'll show you the video
though.
after this. But it's cool that so many things like this exist, especially artists are on the go now more than that. I heard an interview where Justin Bieber was saying how he recorded one of his albums in his bathroom, just a mic setup and stuff like that. So I think that there is a demand to kind of have that portable setup, be on the go, whether you're on the bus or whether you're, at someone else's house, just whatever, you can just make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like it is. You've been seeing like artists in hotels recording like on their setup, but now we made our setup like way more efficient to carry around. So now you ain't even got to worry about. It's a lot of people that don't want to carry all that around with them, but now you don't have to because you got this product, the studio stick.
Mm. And so with the evolution of the product, right? You've kind of had to. I imagine that you've had to grow in some ways. What are some of the ways that you've changed, throughout this whole journey? Or you've had to change? in order to make this successful?
I mean, I definitely had to adapt my mindset, you know, like as you start being around more people that's into like doing what you're trying to do, you start learning from them to you start learning what to do to be where you want to be, and you learn what mistakes to not make. So you just really got to start thinking different. So I think that was one of the ways that I evolved during the process.
Are there any like local business accelerators that you've looked into? Do you know what that is? Like Launch House or Jumpstart, stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some friends at Launch House that I'd probably love to hear about this.
Yeah. They I've been to Launch House a couple times.
Really?
I was actually on the board of this program called 1 Million Cups.
Okay, I'm hip.
Yeah, I was on the board of that, and I used to go like all the board meetings for that event that was held there.
Dope. Yeah, because I have a friend named Ethan Holmes.
Yeah.
And so he started, for those who don't know.
Yeah, that's my dude.
Yeah, he's the guy. He started a applesauce company. You know, he took his grandpa's recipe, and now he's in Whole Foods, Target, you name it, and he's killing it.
Yeah.
And it was something he started when he was 15, and he took that business, you know, just being a kid from Cleveland, regular kid, and now he's, you know, just booming. He has his own successful business. He just got major funding.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think that a kid from the city could do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to see him all the time at like different events and stuff like that. Yeah, it's definitely an inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I see things like that, man, it really, a part of me like kicks myself in the ass. Like I'm like, man, like I wish I would have thought of something, been that wise, that young, you know, to hop on something like that. But at the same time, it inspires me more to just get it going now.
You look young as hell. How old is you?
24.
Yeah, you still got a lot of time.
I know, man. I got braces, everything.
Want,
yeah, of course. But that's what I'm saying. I think it's important for people to know that and not beat themselves up like that, you know? Because a lot of times we see people and we start asking, like, how old are they? When did they get this? When did they start doing that? But it really doesn't matter. Just go and get it now.
60 years old and then come up with some shit and get rich as fuck.
Yeah, man. They say, like, I think it was Morgan Freeman or someone like that. They got, you know, people.
He been 60 for like 30 years.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was born 60. Yeah. But, you know, people get those kinds of roles and, like, you know, successes late in life, you know. One of my favorite podcasters, he just recently, after years of being an actor, he just recently got a show picked up by NBC after years of trying. So it's like, it's kind of like what you did. You know, you looking at these like opportunities to meet Nicolas Cage or meet 50 Cent. You go out and get it. You never know what that's going to turn into.
Right. Yeah, shit. You just got to take advantage of what you got in front of you, because it be so many people saying that they can't do something because of something that they ain't got, but they really not looking at the big picture. Because it's like you just gotta make something out of nothing sometimes.
So for you, it kind of comes down to like a personal choice thing, right? It's less like it's in your power to change your life.
Yeah. It's in any power. It's in anybody. Anybody power to change their life. You just gotta really want to.
Yeah, you know, what do you think? And it's a little off topic, but I think it's relevant to what you just said. What do you think about the Kanye situation right now? Like when you see a guy who like he just telling people to believe in himself, but he's saying things that are shaking up the world right now. What do you think about that?
Man, for real shit, I don't be paying attention to that shit for real, man. I don't be knowing what nobody thinking like shit. I be in the cut for real. I don't be like in nobody else's business looking at none of that shit, because that shit ain't gonna put no money in my pocket.
So you kind of have blinders on.
Yeah.
What do you pay attention to most?
I'm gonna get my next dollar.
Where does that come from? Because that's a hustler mentality. You had uncles that hustled or something? Because that's a mentality that I've heard before.
My father was one of the biggest hustlers in the street, but he was killed when I was 4.
Wow.
Yeah, so I got his mentality.
And how do you think that was passed on to you? Was it just like hearing stories about him growing up?
Shit, I'm part of his DNA.
Right, so it's in
I came out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, it ain't no choice but for it to be in me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something really, because that kind of speaks to like lineage, you know what I'm saying? Like you definitely are taking that same hustler mentality just to, you know, legit paper.
Right. Yeah, hell yeah.
Do you have a good relationship with your mom?
Yeah.
What does she think about all this?
Shit, she happy just like everybody else. Yeah. I got a good relationship with my mom.
Because it's something like your family could take pride in. Because it's like, it's not just like, oh, you originally wanted to do music. It's not just like, oh yeah, my son's a rapper or something like that. Like, my son's a fucking businessman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's a cool thing.
Shit,
moms want to say.
I'm both though.
Yeah, you can, yeah, exactly. And you can be both. There's nothing wrong with being a rapper or anything like that. But I'm saying like it's like it has that that feeling that people get when they say like, oh, a lawyer or a doctor. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of prestige there.
Yeah, hell yeah. And it's like, shit, if you say like my son made something, they probably gonna be looking like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Thomas Edison shit.
No, they gonna be like, what they gonna first think is that nigga ain't make nothing, man. He ain't doing shit. Till they Google my name, they gonna be like, damn, that nigga made some shit.
Well, do you have people who kind of like approach you like that? Like, I mean, do people kind of look at you and they're like, oh no, man, I don't know what you're about, like, doubting you and stuff like that?
But no, I ain't gonna lie though. When I show them like what my shit, like when I'm telling them, like they might be looking like they be thinking like, shit, I don't know. Then I show them a picture of what I'm telling them. Then they be like, oh shit, that nigga really on to something.
Yeah. What do you think that's about? Are people just they're naturally skeptical, or do they just are they scared of like new shit?
I mean, for real, it's like shit. I guess it's how I feel for real. Like I gotta see something to believe it. Like you could tell me anything until I see it. I'm not gonna know if it's true. You can't just trust anything you see, so you can't really blame them for real.
Are you originally from Cleveland?
Yeah, East Cleveland.
Okay, so being from East Cleveland, like you've seen, not only from, your dad's life and the stories of his life, but you've seen people hustle, you've seen people work and come from nothing. Cleveland kind of has that underdog mentality. You think about Cleveland hustles or the way that we approach, different things. What do you think about the overall atmosphere of the city right now? Do you feel like there's a lot of people really trying to make something happen here?
Yeah, I feel like Cleveland on the rise right now because it's like so many different people coming up in all different like industries, from music to manufacturing to creating shit. So I feel like right now it's like we really ain't got no choice but to go up.
Yeah, there's not much you can't really. We hit a point where we couldn't go lower, and now it's like you see all these creatives and people putting energy into like new shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And so from here on out, what's the dream, the real dream?
Shit, the dream to get them millions, to get them millions. I'm trying to get them M's. I'm trying to get them soon. I'm gonna get them soon.
Yeah, like, speaking into existence, man.
Yeah, it's already here.
Yeah. Well, dude, I appreciate you doing this, man. I think, your product and story is inspiring. I mean, I'm sure any last words? I'm sure there's maybe some things maybe we left out, but I think, overall, I'm just feeling like more people need to go out and get it in a similar fashion to what you're doing.
Yeah, hell yeah. And again, go to studiostick.com and subscribe to my newsletter.
All right, man. Thank you, bro. Thanks for doing this.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Thank you.
I'm from cleveland.com. We're out.
Cheers.